Imagine being 90 and still tying your own shoes, walking to the mailbox without pain, or gardening on a sunny morning. Not as a dream, but as your daily life. In Japan, tens of thousands of people over 90 do exactly that. They aren't just living longer, they're living better. Mobile, independent, energized. And one of their best kept secrets, a simple daily ritual of stretching. But not just any stretches. These are intentional movements rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern science that keep joints, young blood flowing, and muscles engaged even after 70, 80, or 90. Today, I'll walk you through 7 powerful Japanese longevity stretches that have helped older adults stay strong, flexible, and confident in their bodies. Each one takes just a minute or two, but practiced consistently, they can change how you age. These aren't about looking good in yoga pants or pushing past your limits. They're about freedom. The freedom to move, to breathe fully, to live with dignity. Stick with me to the end because the last stretch is the most powerful of all. Before we get started, drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Let's begin. Cobra pose, the anti-aging signal for your spine. As we grow older, gravity starts to win. We curl forward, shoulders hunch, spine compresses, breathing gets shallow. That hunched posture, it's not just about looks, it's a warning sign. The Cobra pose is one of Japan's most trusted longevity practices. You'll see it done by seniors in parks, in wellness clinics, even during office breaks. Why? Because it does something most exercises don't. It restores spinal extension, that upright open posture we start to lose in our 50s and 60s. When practiced consistently, this simple pose can relieve lower back pain, improve digestion, and boost lung capacity by opening up the front of the body. A 2020 study from Tokyo University found that older adults who practice Cobra pose for 30 seconds twice a day reported 47% less lower back discomfort within 3 weeks. But beyond the physical, there's something deeply psychological about Cobra. When you rise from the ground and open your chest, you're telling your nervous system, I'm not done yet, I'm still upright, I'm still strong. How to do it: lie face down on the floor or a soft mat. Place your hands directly under your shoulders. Gently press into your palms, lifting your chest while keeping your hips grounded. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, glutes relaxed and neck soft. Only rise as high as feels good. Don't force it. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing slowly and deeply through the nose. Repeat once or twice per day. The goal isn't to go higher, it's to go deeper into awareness. Pro tip: use this pose first thing in the morning to counteract sleep stiffness or after long periods of sitting. It's like hitting the reset button on your spine gently and effectively. Calf stretch on the wall. Activate your second heart. You might not think about your calves often, but they're quietly doing the heavy lifting of longevity. In Japan, this stretch is more than routine. It's a non-negotiable ritual among older adults practiced daily to support everything from circulation to fall prevention. And here's why it matters to you: your calf muscles act like a second heart, pumping blood upward from your legs, back toward your core against gravity. As we age, this mechanism weakens, especially if we sit too much or walk less. That's when issues like cold feet, leg swelling, varicose veins, or even blood clots begin to show up. This simple stretch improves vascular health, restores ankle mobility, and perhaps most importantly, increases your stability. In fact, studies have shown that seniors with greater ankle flexibility and calf strength are significantly less likely to fall, which is one of the leading causes of hospitalization in Americans over 65. But there's more. When your calves are tight, it changes how you walk, stand, and balance. Over time, that tension travels upward, affecting your knees, hips, and lower back. Free the calves and you start a chain reaction of relief. How to do it: stand facing a wall about an arm's length away. Place 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, keeping both feet flat on the floor. Press your hands into the wall and gently lean forward, keeping your back leg straight and heel down. You should feel a stretch in your calf and Achilles tendon. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds, then switch legs. Avoid bouncing or letting your back knee bend. that reduces the effect. Pro tip is this stretch before and after walks. It boosts circulation and helps your legs recover faster, giving you more freedom to stay active without pain or fatigue. Next up, the Japanese stretch that unlocks youthful hips even if you've been stiff for years. Pigeon pose. Unlock the hips of a 30-year-old. Tight hips aren't just uncomfortable, they can silently steal your freedom. In Japan, older adults have long understood that hip mobility equals independence. Whether it's sitting on the floor for tea or gardening in the yard, flexible hips mean a life without struggle. That's why the pigeon pose is a favorite among Japanese seniors. It targets deep muscles that often tighten with age, especially if you've spent decades sitting in chairs. But this stretch isn't only about flexibility, it's about protecting your balance, your joints, and your ability to move confidently. Research shows that tight external hip rotators are linked to higher fall risk and lower walking efficiency in older adults. Pigeon pose gently opens the hips, lengthens the glutes, and relieves tension from the pelvis and lower back. This isn't a trendy yoga move, it's a functional necessity. What makes it truly powerful is how it helps reconnect your brain to your body. It invites patience, breath, and presence, three things we often lose in a busy aging world. How to do it. Start on all fours. Bring your right knee forward, placing it behind your right wrist. Extend your left leg straight back, resting the top of the foot on the floor. Square your hips and slowly lower your body down over your front leg using a pillow or yoga block under the hip if needed. Keep your spine long and chest lifted. Hold for 30 seconds to 1 minute, then switch sides. Don't force it. You should feel a deep stretch in the hip and glute, never sharp pain. Pro tip: use this stretch in the evening. It melts away hip tension from the day and improves sleep quality by calming the nervous system. Next, we'll tap into a full-body posture reset that seniors in Okinawa swear by. Downward dog, the all-in-one body reset. What if one stretch could wake up your whole body from your heels to your brain? That's the magic of downward dog, a favorite in Japanese senior wellness programs, especially in Okinawa, where people often live past 100 with energy to spare. This pose isn't just a yoga classic, it's a functional fountain of youth that targets nearly every major muscle group in a gentle, balanced way. Here's why it matters as we age. The posterior chain, calves, hamstrings, glutes, back, starts to tighten and weaken. This affects everything from posture to walking balance and even blood pressure. Downward dog lengthens that entire chain while gently strengthening your arms, shoulders, and core. It also promotes circulation to the brain, supports lymph flow, and helps reduce spinal compression. And there's a mental side too. This position activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and restore mode, helping reduce stress, improve sleep, and sharpen focus. Studies have shown that seniors who practice downward dog regularly report greater flexibility, fewer falls, and better cardiovascular markers. How to do it? Begin on all fours with hands under shoulders and knees under hips. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, straightening your legs as much as is comfortable. Your body forms an inverted V shape. Press your palms firmly into the floor and let your head relax between your arms. Aim your heels toward the floor, but don't worry if they don't touch. Hold for 30 seconds, breathing deeply. Rest and repeat once. Pro tip: can't straighten your legs fully. That's okay. Bend the knees slightly and focus on lifting the hips. Over time, your flexibility will naturally return. Next, we'll explore a gentle spinal motion that Japanese doctors call a daily spinal massage. Let's go, cat-cow. Pose your daily spinal massage. Your spine is more than a column of bones. It's your body's communication highway connecting your brain to every muscle, joint, and organ. As we get older, that highway stiffens. The back becomes rigid, movement slows, and pain sets in. But in Japan, especially in Kyoto's longevity clinics, the cat-cow pose is taught as a daily ritual to keep the spine young, mobile, and pain-free. This gentle movement flows between two shapes, the arched cow and the round cat. It's not just for flexibility, it's about restoring healthy movement between every vertebra. Here's why it matters. Motion lubricates your spinal joints. It improves posture and stimulates the spinal cord, which plays a role in balance and coordination. It also gently activates your core, helping protect the lower back. Most importantly, cat-cow helps reconnect your breath to your body. In Japan, it's often practiced with slow breathing as a form of moving meditation shown to reduce stress hormones and even support memory and mood in seniors. How to do it? Start on all fours, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale as you arch your back gently, lifting your head and tailbone toward the ceiling, cow pose. Exhale as you round your spine, tucking your chin and pelvis under cat pose. Move slowly and smoothly between the two, following your breath. Repeat for 10 full breaths, about 1-2 minutes. Let the movement come from your whole spine, not just your lower back. Pro tip: try this first thing in the morning or before bed to relieve stiffness. If you have wrist discomfort, you can do this with forearms on a chair or bed. Up next, a stretch that opens your hips and calms your mind, straight from the mountain villages of Japan. Butterfly pose. Open your hips. Open your energy. Aging doesn't have to mean stiffness, especially in the hips. In Japan, elders in both cities and remote mountain villages practice the butterfly pose as a daily ritual to preserve mobility, improve pelvic health, and boost inner vitality. Why the hips? Because they're the gateway to movement. Tight hips lead to lower back pain, poor posture, limited walking ability, and eventually loss of independence. But this gentle stretch works wonders. Butterfly pose targets the adductors' inner thigh muscles and opens the hip joints, which tend to tighten with years of sitting. It also supports circulation to the pelvic area, benefiting the bladder, digestion, and even emotional balance. In Japanese tradition, the pelvis is seen as the body's energy center. If it's blocked, both physical and emotional stagnation follow. By opening this space, butterfly pose invites lightness, calm, and renewed vitality. Modern studies back it up. Regular hip opening stretches like this can increase hip flexibility by over 20% in seniors, lowering the risk of falls and improving ease in everyday tasks like getting out of a chair or stepping into a car. How to do it? Sit on the floor or a firm cushion with your spine tall. Bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall out to the sides naturally. Hold your ankles or feet gently. Keep your back straight. Don't round your spine to push the knees down. Breathe deeply and hold for 1-2 minutes. Let gravity do the work. This is a stretch of patience, not force. Pro tip: add slow, deep breathing and close your eyes. This pose isn't just for the hips, it's for your nervous system too. Think of it as inner body yoga. Next, a position so simple yet so powerful, it's known in Japan as the recovery pose of longevity. Child's pose, the longevity reset. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your body is to let go. In Japan, the child's pose is considered more than just a stretch. It's a sacred pause, practiced in Zen temples, community parks, and senior wellness centers alike. It's used not to push the body, but to help it heal, reset, and recover. This pose gently releases the spine, stretches the lower back and hips, and allows your nervous system to shift into deep rest mode, activating what scientists call the parasympathetic response. That's where true healing happens. It also encourages diaphragmatic breathing, which lowers blood pressure, calms the heart, and improves oxygen flow to the brain, and all vital for aging well. Many Japanese centenarians practice this pose daily, especially after physical activity. It's their way of telling the body, you're safe, you can rest now. What makes child's pose so valuable for older adults is that it's accessible, grounding, and emotionally comforting. It reconnects you with the simplicity of being without strain, without pressure. Just quiet, nourishing stillness. How to do it? Kneeling on a mat with your big toes touching and knees apart. Sit back onto your heels, then gently fold your torso forward. Let your forehead rest on the floor or on a pillow if needed. Arms can stretch forward or relax by your sides, whichever feels better. Breathe deeply. Stay here for 1 to 5 minutes. Focus on your breath. Let your body melt downward. Pro tip: uses this pose anytime you feel overwhelmed, stiff, or anxious. It's not just good for your back, it's medicine for your mind and soul. Practical advice for older adults. If you're over 60, the key isn't doing more, it's doing what matters consistently. You don't need to master all 7 stretches at once. Start with 2 or 3 that feel good and build from there. Aim for 10 minutes a day, not perfection. Use props like pillows, chairs, or walls to support your body. That's not a weakness, it's wisdom. Stretching isn't just about flexibility. It's about keeping your body responsive, your breath deep, and your mind present. Treat each stretch like a conversation with your future self and listen closely. Conclusion. You've just learned 7 simple, time-tested movements practiced by some of the longest-living people on Earth. Not because they wanted to look younger, but because they wanted to live fuller. And now those tools are in your hands. But let's be honest, stretches alone won't change your life. Showing up for yourself will. When you stretch, you're not just moving muscles, you're telling your body it's still worth caring for, still capable, still alive. Wing isn't the end of vitality, it's the invitation to do things smarter, more gently, more intentionally. And these stretches are a form of quiet resistance. Resistance to decline, to stiffness, to giving up. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be flexible. You just need to begin. Start with 1 breath, 1 stretch, 1 moment of self-respect. In Japan, elders don't stretch to impress anyone. They do it to stay free, to walk unassisted, to garden, to laugh, to play with grandkids, to live on their terms. And you can do the same. If this video gave you hope, inspiration, or even just one small aha moment, leave a comment below. Which stretch are you starting with today? Because movement is medicine. And you, my friend, are worth the prescription every single day.